live Q&A with our very own BPians. We are very excited to let you hear directly from them. So let's firstly welcome our 4 student representatives. We have Bunhan, our current Student Council President, Aris, our resident MLEP scholar, Kayan, our 2025 C-Div Volleyball Girls Captain, and Supanat, who is actually joining us from overseas, right? But because it's a Zoom webinar, he can come and share his experience with us as well. So he has served as his class's appointed VIA ambassador. Now, let's kick off this exciting session by first letting students share a little bit more about themselves. We'll first start off with Bunhan. Could you share one core memory that you have of the BPian experience?
Sure, Miss City. Before I start, I'd like to say that it's a really big pleasure to be here with everyone today. As the Student Council President, I've had the privilege and honor to be able to plan many events that help build the BPian experience for others. We've planned the BP Makers Carnival for both students and teachers during Teachers' Day with a Care Bear theme that we chose. We also regularly present a newsflash segment during morning assembly so that all BPians can be updated about current affairs. Additionally, the Student Council takes our job as student representatives very seriously and regularly informs the school management about student feedback regarding the BPian's learning environment as well as school policies. If I had to choose one core memory, it would be the Cranes for Good project to celebrate our school's 65th anniversary. I was one of the key organizers in this project. My team and I placed emphasis on rallying the school together, not merely just to fold cranes, but to serve the larger community at hand. It was the biggest event that I've ever organized and also the most rewarding. I'm extremely proud of the whole entire school for exceeding our target of 65,000 paper cranes. I've really grown from this and I look forward to organizing even more memorable school events.
Thank you, Bunhan. It must have been a really exciting and challenging process, and I'm really glad you enjoyed it. I really love that the Student Council has a lot of agency and autonomy to execute your visions. Perhaps we can also hear more from another student leader, Kayan. So, Kayan, what is one BPian dream that the school has helped you to realize?
Thank you for the question, Miss City. I'd like to elaborate more on what Bunhan shared about making sure what that BPian voices are heard. When I first came in as Sec 1, the council asked us which part of the school environment we wanted to improve on, and I remember that a lot of us thought that the canteen seating could be better and stores can be look more aesthetic. This feedback was passed on to the school leaders and they regularly asked for our input on the design and layout of the canteen. It felt really good to be included in such decisions as it gave us the sense of ownership over the space. Today, my friends and I enjoy eating in the canteen, which has a calming forest theme and really good food. My favorite food is the noodle store from Nagun Noodle Store. I also enjoy eating from the drink store, which sells different type of snacks like sausage puffs and French toast. We also enjoy a cafe area that sells frappes and interesting drinks that are especially delicious during a hot and productive day of learning.
Thank you so much for that candid sharing, Kayan. I also enjoy the cafe food very much. I like that I can quickly grab a nourishing treat from the cafe and just look out into the new courtyard that we have just remade and just, recharge. Speaking about recharging and, the energy that we have in school, Supanat, can you share with us a little bit more about how you stay positive in school and how you feel supported in your well-being?
Thank you for that question, Miss City. A way I stay positive is playing sports during recess. It's a great mental reset from demanding classes and helps build camaraderie with my friends. Frisbee and basketball are my favorites, and many of my BPN memories come from these fun recess games. If we talk about energy, Miss City, I think the BPN recess is the epitome of it. Also, as an international scholar with a lot of adapting to do in a new country's environment, the school is able to provide me and other students academic support in a lot of ways as well. However, I think it is mainly the incredibly supportive teachers who play a big part in this. If I ever have a problem with anything academically, the teachers are always available and ready to help. In fact, it is very easy to schedule consultations and meetings with the teachers after school if we really need assistance. Any questions, and they'll always be there to help. Because of this, I never fear that I will fall behind academically, as I know the teachers will always be there to help support me if there is ever an issue.
Thank you, Supanat. It's really heartening to know that you feel supported in that way. We also have another scholar in our midst. Iris, could you share more about your experience as an MLEP scholar and how that has enhanced your BPian experience?
Yeah, thank you for the question, Miss Siti. So I would say that being part of the Malay language elective program has truly been an enriching experience for me. So through this program, it has not only deepened my understanding and appreciation for the language and culture, but it also made me gain confidence in expressing myself. The school has also provided me with strong support such as scholarship opportunities, and this has really motivated me to push forward, continue improving, and doing my best. However, what I value most about MLEP is the strong bonds I've made with my friends. These strong bonds are also further strengthened as the scholarship provides us with immersion programs and overseas trips. I would say that MLEP really gives us like a very cozy and focused group to study with. So we really learn together, encourage one another, and we celebrate our shared passion for the language. Overall, MLEP has definitely made my learning experience more joyful and meaningful.
Thank you, Iris. MLEP is really one of our distinctive programs, and I think our students really enjoy this program very much. Other than the MLEP, we also have other academic programs that our students shine in. Supanat, can you share more about your experience representing the school in an academic competition?
I love to talk about that experience, Miss City. One academic program that shaped my learning journey was the NLB National Library Board History Competition. It challenged me to think like a real historian, researching sources, analyzing Singapore's transformation and preservation of various neighborhoods, and even producing a creative skit to present our findings. Though demanding, it sparked my curiosity and made me realize how enjoyable historical investigation can actually be. It also developed my critical thinking skills and creative prowess. Thanks to the Humanities Department's support, my team continued BP streak by achieving a gold award, and the experience inspires me to take history in Secondary 3 next year as part of my subject combination.
Thank you, Supanat. Other than academic competitions, our school has also done very well in sports. Kayan, as a volleyballer, could you tell us more about your experience in the National School Games?
The National School Games is always an exciting time for all of us. Our training cycle starts not only in 2025, but also start training during the 2024 school holidays before 2025 has started, and we need to continually improve our gameplay. As the CDF captain, I learned that as a team captain that it is important to pay close attention to my teammates' well-being and offer help whenever they need it. I realized that leadership is not just about giving instructions, but also about understanding and supporting others. I also learned that sports rely heavily on teamwork, and this lesson applies to other areas of life as well. Whether working on a project or collaborating with my peers, effective communication, cooperation, and mature sport are essential. This experience taught me the value of being responsible, empathetic, and proactive in helping others, which will make me a better leader in the future. The school provided strong support during the National School Games by offering more training sessions, which helped me improve my CCA skills. This extra time also allowed me to bond more closely with my teammates, strengthening our teamwork and boosting our confidence for the competition. When we reached the semi-finals and finals, the school came to support us and cheered us on, which made me feel more encouraged and more motivated to do my best in this competition. During this year's CDIF, semi-final, even though we lost. Me and my team learned about how we need to improve together as a team. We learned that we have to grow as a team and not as a person. Even though this has been a very big impact onto us, but we managed to come back and play better during the third and fourth final game.
And you won it, right, Kayan? So our volleyball CD girls actually got third nationally, and we are really very proud of them. It's really a great achievement to be able to perform at such a level nationally. In BP, we don't just focus on sports, but we also have a healthy arts program. Aris, could you tell us a little bit more about how aesthetics is developed in our school?
Yes, so in our school, we really value and recognize the work of our art elective program students. So many of their artworks are featured around school, showcasing their talent and their creativity. One of my favorite features is the doodle wall on our cafe, which is now named the longest doodle wall in the Book of Records. Personally, I am a member of the English Drama Club. So being in English drama gives me such a comforting feeling as the CCA itself is a fun and very close-knit community, almost like a little family. Right now, I am preparing for Drama Fest 2026, and I'm really excited to perform. And since I am secondary 4 next year, I realize that it's going to be my last show, most likely, and I really want to give it my all and do my best so that I can showcase that I am not only academically talented, but I also have a drama side to show.
Thank you so much, Iris. We really look forward to enjoying your drama fest next year. I'm sure you'll go out with a bang. Some of the questions that we have on our Slido, I will perhaps get Bunhan to answer. Some people are wondering about what time school starts, what time CCA ends, and where our school is located, and what kind of buses or transportation is available. So maybe can you share a little bit more about how you get to school and the timings of your daily school day?
Normally, we start school at 7:30 and we need to be in school at least by 7:20, but usually I'll come to school at around 7:15 so that I have enough time to prep, go to the toilet before I head to the assembly place for morning assembly. So school roughly ends at 3 p.m. every day. If there are any self-study periods, we are actually able to self-study during that. And if it just so happens that our timetable is slightly shifted before 3 p.m., we are also able to go. So there's one day which I end at 1:30 p.m. And on all Fridays, the entire school ends at 12:30 as well. If there are any additional CCAs or after school programs, the students will also need to stay back for that. And for CCAs, usually we will end at around 6:30. That is the latest that we will end because school closes at 7 p.m. For transport, how I get to school is actually by walking. I do enjoy my morning walks that I take to school. I know that not everyone has the luxury of being able to have a walking distance to school. I think roughly about 15 minutes to walk, and I think that it's very soothing and enjoyable during the morning. There are also other buses. Let's say if you live in the Bukit Panjang area, then you will take the bus 983 to come to our school. If you are coming from the red line, which is the area from Lot 1, you take bus 300 to reach our school. And I think in the morning, it's going to have a lot of congestion because all the students are rushing to go to school. So I do recommend having a lot of time, some leeway for you to be able to, let's say if you miss the bus that you were intending to go to because there's too many people, then at least you have the extra time to make it on time for school.
Thank you so much, Bunhan. That was very comprehensive. I think our prospective students really would appreciate that. For those who are unsure of where our school is located, we're actually in Choa Chu Kang. So we're very near the Choa Chu Kang MRT station. So it's very convenient. We have quite a few malls around the place as well. Okay, some people are also wondering about the CCA selection and how do you make that kind of selection to get the CCA that you want. Perhaps can I invite Supanat? He's a secondary 2 student moving on to secondary 3 next year. What was your CCA kind of selection period like? How did you make your choice? How did the school help you to expose you to the CCAs that were available?
I appreciate that question, Miss City. So from my personal experience, around Sec 1, there is a period where you would try out for all the different CCAs. So for the sports and performing arts, they will carry out trials and auditions. And from my personal experience, actually, even if you had not had any prior experience in that specific sport or performing arts in primary school, you can actually still join in secondary school as long as you show a strong interest and will to improve, and that maybe you have some potential in during that audition or trial that you attended. For the uniform groups, if you put them higher in the choices, you almost guaranteed to get in. For me personally, I chose Chinese orchestra because I really enjoy playing music. So it was between concert band or Chinese orchestra, and I tried out for both. And in the end, I ended up putting Chinese orchestra in the first choice, and I did get Chinese orchestra as my CCA. So I think the school really does hear us out in what choices we really want, and also takes a look at what we're good at and what we're interested in. And in the end, you will get a CCA that you're quite satisfied with.
Thank you so much, Supanat, for that very, very candid sharing. So thank you so much, students, for being so authentic and genuine in your sharing. We really appreciate you being here and really answering the questions that have been posed.